Touch me again and I'll suck all your blood, human. I just smiled and... Beginning. The first time I saw her, she was pressed against the corner of the Federation prison cell, her crimson eyes glowing faintly in the dim blue light. Her skin shimmered with a pale silver hue that didn't look natural, and the ridges along her cheekbones seemed to sharpen when the guards got too close. Everyone else on the ship whispered about her, the way she hissed when light struck her directly, the way her teeth glinted when she smiled. An alien vampire. At least, that's what the guards called her. The Federation used other terms, Zytherian, energy leech, hemivore. But every rumor said the same thing, her kind fed on blood, and no human who'd ever been bitten survived the encounter. She was a killer, a predator, the kind of creature that made even hardened mercenaries keep their distance. And yet, as fate had it, I was the one assigned to watch her cell during transport. My name's Kieran Voss. Just a cargo officer, nothing special, nothing heroic. I had no reason to volunteer for this duty, but when the captain barked orders, you didn't argue. So there I was, standing outside her shimmering energy bars, holding a pulse rifle I wasn't sure I'd use if she lunged. She looked at me with a faint tilt of her head, as though curious. You're new, she said, her voice smooth as liquid mercury. Not like the others. You don't stink of fear. I swallowed hard. I was afraid, but I wasn't about to show it. They said not to talk to you, I muttered. Her lips curved into a dangerous smile, revealing just the tips of fangs. And yet here you are, talking. For some reason, I couldn't look away. Maybe it was her voice. Maybe it was the strange magnetic aura she had. I shifted my grip on the rifle, trying to look tough. She moved closer to the energy field, her hand hovering just inches from the barrier. Touch me again, human, and I'll suck all your blood. The warning should have sent a chill down my spine. Should have made me step back. Instead, I smiled. Just a small rebellious grin, like I was testing her. Her eyes widened slightly, as though I had just done something no one ever dared. That was the moment everything began to change. Middle. The transport mission was simple on paper: deliver the Zytherian prisoner to Outpost Coron, where she'd be interrogated, studied, maybe even executed. But nothing ever went simple when dealing with her species. Her name, I learned, was Salira. She told me herself, late into one of my shifts. Against my better judgment, I'd started talking to her. Not much at first, just casual, meaningless words. But she always answered. Always with that strange mix of menace and charm. Why are you here? I asked one cycle, lowering my voice so the cameras didn't pick up. Because I killed 3 of your Federation admirals, she said simply. I stiffened, unsure if she was lying. You sound proud of it. I'm alive because of it. Your admirals declared war on my people. Do you think I should have bowed? I had no answer. The days stretched into weeks. I noticed how the guards treated her, like a monster, less than sentient. They starved her, restricted her movements, taunted her through the bars. But when I watched, she never broke. She never screamed or begged. She just glared at them with those burning crimson eyes. One night, a guard decided to shove me toward the barrier as a joke. Go on, Voss, feed her. Maybe she'll like you. Salira's eyes flicked from him to me, and for the first time, I saw something other than menace in her gaze. Anger. Protective anger. When the guard pressed closer, I tripped him instead. He fell face first, swearing, and stormed off with promises of punishment. Salira tilted her head at me. Why? She asked softly. I shrugged. Didn't seem fair. She was silent a long moment before whispering, You're different. That was the start of our strange connection. Then came the incident. We were midway to Outpost Coron when pirates ambushed the transport. The ship rattled under plasma fire, alarms blaring through every corridor. Chaos erupted as the crew scrambled to repel boarders. I was ordered to hold my post, to keep the prisoner secure. But when the power grid faltered, the energy barrier flickered. Salira could have escaped. She didn't. She stood in the center of her cell, waiting. Watching me. Kieran, she said, her voice carrying even through the noise. You're going to die if you stay here. I tightened my grip on the rifle. If I let you out, we're all going to die. She stepped closer, her eyes glowing in the emergency red lights. Not if you trust me. Let me fight. I don't care about your crew, but I owe you. You treated me as more than a beast. I hesitated. The ship shook violently. Screams echoed down the corridor. The pirates were cutting through the bulkhead. Salira raised her hand, palm pressed to the flickering barrier. Choose. Now. I don't know what came over me. Maybe desperation. Maybe madness. Maybe the belief that she wouldn't kill me when she had the chance. I hit the release. The barrier fell with a hiss, and Salira stepped out, stretching her limbs like a predator uncaged. Her fangs gleamed in the crimson light, and for a heartbeat I regretted everything. Then she turned, and when the pirates burst through, she tore through them with terrifying speed. I'd never seen anything like it. She moved faster than my eyes could follow, her claws slicing through armor, her teeth sinking into one pirate's throat. Plasma bolts burned across her skin, but she only snarled and kept fighting. Within minutes, the invaders were dead, the corridor slick with blood. She wiped her mouth, turning to me. Her fangs were stained crimson. You smiled at me once, she said quietly. And you freed me. Remember this moment, Kieran Voss. From now on, your fate is bound to mine. The captain wanted her executed on the spot. But Salira saved the ship, and even the most hardened officers couldn't deny it. She demanded safe passage to Zytherian space in exchange for keeping the pirates away. Of course, the Federation wasn't about to let her go. That's when everything went to hell. Our ship was sabotaged, by pirates, or maybe by Federation agents, I never found out. We crash-landed on an uncharted planet, stranded light years from any colony. Half the crew died on impact. Those of us who survived had little choice but to rely on one another. And Salira. Salira became both our greatest fear and our greatest hope. She found water when we couldn't. She hunted when our rations spoiled. She fought off beasts that would have slaughtered us. But every time she returned with blood on her lips, the crew glared, whispering of betrayal. And me? I found myself closer to her than ever. She would sit with me by the wreckage fire, telling me stories of her people, the endless wars, the hunger, the curse of needing blood to live. Her voice carried a loneliness I'd never heard before. Do you know why I threatened you, Kieran? She asked one night, staring at the flames. Because you wanted to scare me. She shook her head. Because I feared you. Your kind always hunts mine. I thought if I scared you, I could keep you away. But you smiled. And I didn't know what to do. Her hand brushed mine that night. Cold, but steady. And for the first time, I realized she wasn't just a monster. She was something far more complicated. Ending. Weeks passed. The planet grew harsher. The crew dwindled. Mutiny festered. Finally it happened. The captain and what remained of his loyalists tried to kill Salira, claiming she was draining us one by one. They cornered her at the wreckage, weapons drawn. I stepped between them. She saved us more times than you can count, I said, my voice shaking. If she wanted us dead, we'd already be corpses. You can't blame her for what's happened. The captain sneered. She's a parasite. And you, what are you, Voss? Her pet. Salira's eyes burned, and for the first time, I saw her hesitate. She could have killed them all easily, but she didn't want to, not if it meant proving them right. So I made the choice. I raised my rifle. Stand down, I told the captain. He didn't. Shots rang out. Chaos erupted. And in the end, Salira and I were the only ones left standing among the wreckage. The planet was quiet again, except for the whisper of wind. She turned to me, blood streaking her jaw, but her expression softer than I'd ever seen. You've lost everything for me, she said. Not everything, I whispered. I still have you. For a long moment, she stared. Then slowly, she reached for my hand. Her touch was cool, almost lifeless, but it was real. And then, above the clouds, a rescue beacon flared. A Federation scout ship had picked up our distress call. Help was coming. But I knew what that meant. Chains for her, maybe execution. Unless I chose differently. She looked at me, crimson eyes shimmering. Kieran, if they take me, I won't survive. Not this time. I tightened my grip on her hand. My heart pounded. My choice was clear. When the rescue team landed, they found nothing but wreckage and corpses. No trace of the infamous Zytherian prisoner. No trace of me either. Because Salira and I were already gone, vanishing into the wilderness, bound together by blood, fire, and a smile that had changed everything.